Welcome all. So now let's start our unit number 5, AC power analysis and resonance. So under AC power analysis, we will see instantaneous power and average power. Generally instantaneous power is difficult to measure, that's why we go for the average power. Then we will see how maximum average power can be transferred to the load. Then next is root mean square value. Then next apparent power and power factor. Then we will start with the resonance. Then resonance is one particular condition that occur in series RLC circuit and parallel RLC circuit. Then we will see the bandwidth, quality factor, center frequency and importance of the selectivity. Okay, let us start with the instantaneous power. Just look at this mathematical formula. P of t equal to V of t into I of t. So here it is a product of voltage and current. So how you will define instantaneous power? Instantaneous power is the product of instantaneous voltage and instantaneous current flowing through the element. And this power always changes with the time. That's why I told you that it is difficult to measure this power. Then the unit of instantaneous power is watt. So consider one sinusoidal source is present and it is providing voltages and current to the arbitrary combination of circuit element. So this V of t is the voltage across the terminal of circuit and I of t is the current flowing in the circuit elements. So let V of t equal to Vm cos omega t plus theta V, where Vm is the peak amplitude of voltage and theta V is the phase angle of the voltage. We are denoting phase angle of voltage by theta V. Okay. Then current can be defined as Im cos omega t plus theta I. So phase angle of current is theta I, theta suffix I, and you know that Im is the peak amplitude of current. Then what is the formula of instantaneous power? V of t into I of t. So just put the value of V of t and I of t. So Vm Im cos of omega t plus theta V dot cos of omega t plus theta I. So to get the simplified equation of instantaneous power, we need to use cos A cos B formula. So use the cos A cos B formula here. So cos A cos B formula is 1 by 2 cos of A minus B plus cos of A plus B. So this is your A and this thing is your B. So first is cos A minus B. So omega t plus theta V minus omega t minus theta I. So omega t get cancel out. So it will be cos of theta V minus theta I. Then A plus B, cos of A plus B. So omega t plus theta V plus omega t plus theta I. That means 2 omega t plus theta V plus theta I. And this Vm will get divided by 2. So just use the formula of cos A cos B here. So I will get this type of expression. Just multiply by this Vm by 2 to each term. So this is the expression which I will get for the instantaneous power. Now observe this first term. As you can see, there is no t term present in the first term. That means your first term is a constant and it is independent of t. And how it is dependent? On which term it is dependent? It is dependent on the phase difference, because here it is subtraction of phases. So phase difference between voltage and current. Then just look at the second term. So here our voltage and current has frequency omega, but here it is 2 omega. So the frequency is twice and it is time dependent because t is present over here. As t is present, that's why it is a time dependent. So in above expression, the first term is a constant because there is no t and depends on the phase difference between voltage and current. Theta V minus theta, that's why phase difference between voltage and current. Then second term, here t is present, that's why it is time dependent and frequency is twice that of voltage and current. So if I try to sketch the plot of P of t with respect to time, if I try to plot the graph of this equation with respect to time, I will get such type of graph. Then you can observe few things, that it has some DC level from ground. It is not starting from ground. It has some DC level with respect to ground. And how much is the amplitude of DC level? Our first term, Vm Im by 2 cos of theta v minus theta I. Then you can see there it is having repetition. That means it is a periodic. Then second thing, the power is positive because it is on the upper side. Here it is 0. Upper side is positive, lower side is negative. So power is positive. Then we say that circuit is absorbing the power. When power is positive, then power is absorbed by the circuit. And whenever the power is negative, just as in this case, here it is negative, then in that case, the power is absorbed by source. Your source is absorbing the power. How it is possible? It is possible only because we have storage elements, energy storage elements like inductor or capacitor. You already know that inductor capacitor stores energy. Then what is the difficulty? As it is always changing with the time, as we have seen in the expression, the second term is containing time. That means whenever time changes, your power changes. So as it is changing with the time, and therefore it is always difficult to measure this instantaneous power. So what is the solution? Measure the average power. Instead of instantaneous power, we go for the measurement of average power. Even the wattmeters which are available measures only the average power. Okay, now one note for you. How we got this graph, that I will explain you with the help of note. Suppose my x of t is 2. So it is a constant 2. X of t is 2. That's why it is a constant 2. And my y of t, consider, let us say y of t is 1.5 sine of omega t. So its graph is like this. Okay. Now if I add these two, 2 plus 1.5 sine omega t, then what happens? This sinusoidal signal will be shifted upward by level 2. So I will get this type of signal. So as you can see, earlier here it was ground and it was symmetrical with respect to ground, but now it has shifted 2 units to the upward because 2 is added, 2 plus. That's why DC level, DC shift is provided, and the behavior of the signal is like this. Okay. Now one more important point, very important point, as you can see here, about this 1.5 sine omega t or any sinusoidal signal or cosine signal is there. If I plot that signal, then one observation is that the positive area is same as the negative area. The positive area is always same as the negative area. Whenever I plot this type of constant with sine or constant with cosine type of signal, then in that case the positive area is same as the negative area. That's why its average value is 0. Very important. So sine function has average value 0 as well as cosine function has an average value 0. Okay. So quickly we will see how to go for the instantaneous power. So first of all, if the question is write short note on instantaneous power, so what you will do? First you can write the mathematical equation P of t equal to V of t into I of t. Then you can define it that instantaneous power is the product of instantaneous voltage across the element and instantaneous current flowing through the element. Then next you can consider one sinusoidal source which is providing energy or voltage and current to the circuit elements. Then you can define V of t as Vm cos omega t plus theta v and I of t as Im cos omega t plus theta I. Then take the product, use cos A cos B formula. Then you can tell about first term. First term is a constant and is dependent only on this phase difference because theta v minus theta I, phase of voltage and phase of current. Then second term is time dependent because it is containing t, and frequency is twice that of voltage and current. Then you can just plot one graph and then you can say that it is periodic signal. Then second thing, when power is positive, that means circuit is absorbing power. And third point, whenever the power is negative, that means the source is absorbing power because of the energy storage elements. So this way you can explain. As well you can tell that it is as it is changing with the time, it is difficult to measure, and solution is that we can measure average power. Okay, thank you.